Tennessee State head coach Eddie George, the Tigers coming off a game against Jackson State in the Southern Heritage Classic. They're going to open the home season. Kentucky State on Saturday afternoon, the John Merritt Classic. So, Coach, just some thoughts on your team, and then we'll go into some questions.
Yeah, tough loss last week. I think I talked about it after looking at the tape of Jackson State. The one thing that did stand out to me is that we didn't give up. We fought. It was a tale of two halves. I felt like we had a chance to pull ahead, get some type of advantage going into halftime. Unfortunately, our quarterback got a sack. Then the personal foul, which led to the 3 points, which was a 6-point swing. Still in the game, our offense was unable to get on track or get any momentum going in the second half. Had our defense out there for quite some time. And with that explosive offense, you can only hold them off but so long. And pretty much the bottom fell out. Special teams was a big disappointment last week. But again, what jumps out to me is that we're still fighting. We're still playing hard. We're seeing improvements across the board in terms of our penalties were cut down from week 1 to week 2. Our whole effort was there for 4 quarters, but we came up short on the playmaking ability.
Thanks, Coach. A couple questions here, and then we'll open up to people. This is the home opener for TSU. And we asked you this in the preseason, but you're going to be coaching the place you played. So can you talk about being back at Nissan Stadium this week?
Yeah, Nissan is a very special place to me. I guess the house that I helped build, not physically, but just in terms of what we were able to do there for so many years, and especially in the beginning. Now to be a head coach, walking along the sidelines, it'll be familiar in that regard. It's my home, and we try to protect our house. I haven't lost a lot of games in that building. So we're going to try to find the best way we can possibly win against a formidable opponent in Kentucky State.
And it's also the John Merritt Classic, and so I know that's something special at TSU, and I know you've had some stories about Coach Merritt and what he's meant to TSU. Can you just talk about that game and kind of honoring him?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Merritt is clearly the most successful coach to coach at Tennessee State. His record speaks for itself. With I believe I can't remember the number, maybe 7 or 6 Black national championships, a few undefeated seasons. I don't think he's ever had a losing record. If so, you can count it on one hand or probably between 3 fingers. Just a remarkable record, tremendous legacy of men that he has coached throughout the years, of Hall of Famers, coaches on his coaching staff as well. And to recognize him, John Merritt Classic is a wonderful thing. I mean, his legacy continues to live on.
Let's go, Willie. If you have a question, go ahead.
Hey, Coach George. When you look at Kentucky State on film, I know they've 3 games into the season, only won 1 game. Both of them been pretty close losses. What stands out to you about the Thoroughbreds?
They fly off the ball. Their quickness. What jumps out at me is their ability to cut block effectively. They are efficient in their run game. They're very disciplined in their run game. It puts a lot of pressure on the defense to make the right fits, to have eye discipline, and to tackle. That's the key. You have to tackle these guys, get them on the ground, because you'll make a couple of stops on 1st, 2nd down, and you have them in 3rd and 13 or whatever, and they'll run the ball on the edge and get the 1st down or more. And that can be deflating for any defense. They look to shorten the game. On defense, they're unorthodox in what they do. They're quick. They arrive at the ball pretty fast, and they're a feisty group. We're going to have our hands full for sure with this group, with this unit. And special teams wise, the same thing. They fly around to the ball. The one thing that sticks out to me is how quick they are, how fast they are, and precise they are. I don't see anyone lagging around or walking around. They are a team that's well disciplined, well coached, and they're going to utilize the fact that they're undersized to their strength by being disciplined in everything that they do. So that's what stands out to me.
Willie, go ahead with your follow-up question.
All right. Thank you, Coach George. Next question. I'm pretty sure you've been getting asked this all day. You've had 3 capable quarterbacks that have played this year. You played Higbottom, Davion Bryant this past week. Throughout practice, who do you feel like has maybe taken that potential step forward to be that true QB1?
Yeah, Willie, that's something that we've been looking at pretty much since we got here, since June. We've gone through some health issues within that room leading up to Grambling State. A lot of the quarterbacks didn't practice due to contact tracing. We went in with a guy we didn't think was going to play this year who might get redshirted. And we just got those guys back, to be honest with you. So to get them back into practice mode, game mode, knocking the rust off, that's kind of what we're seeing. It appears that Jeremy still is going to be that first guy that we want to go with. We would like to stick with one quarterback. If you have 2 quarterbacks, you don't have any. And it's up to us to really figure out, what they do best. Last 2 weeks, we're finding out exactly who they are. And that goes for everybody. This is a relatively new staff. We just got here in June. We spent a lot of time installing our philosophy, our systems, and we're just now seeing them in real live action, handle the pressure under the lights, got to make the right checks at the right time, looking, understanding, where your run fits are. So we're understanding how they learn as well. So all of those things we're unfortunately having to learn right now in real life situations. And that's what we're seeing. So that being said, we have to simplify a lot of things, pare down on some concepts, and just allow these guys to go out and play football without having to think a whole lot. Just read, react, respond, and play ball. So that's kind of where we are with that. But Jeremy will be our guy that we're going to try to stick with for the most part.